Okay guys, let's roll. I've mucked around for too long. It's 8:05 and I've done nothing. Well, not true. I've been all around the world. So, good morning. If you're in America, I don't know if it's good evening. And if you're in Australia, what are you doing down there? Got some screen flicker. Gonna have to do some maintenance. Right, what are we talking about? I can't remember. Oh yeah, first off, I gotta give you a warning. There's some old guy rushing around the internet. He's got an hat on. I've got an hat, but I'm not an old guy. I'm only 77. This guy's been upsetting some Don Diego over in Spain. He's got a Barrow Boy franchise, and he's upset him apparently. So I sat here, I was thinking, old dude with an hat on, could that be? And I thought, I know, it's that gobster, isn't it? He'd wear one of those Peaky Blinder hats. Like Peaky, yeah. They used to put razor blades in them. I thought he must be talking about the gobster. Peaky Blinder hats. There was a TV series about him. Can't remember what it was called, but all the guys in it wore these Peaky Blinders. Anyhow, so keep an eye out for this old dude. He's got an hat on. And he's quite old apparently. Let me know if you spot him. Old. Talk about being old. How do you know when you're getting old? Am I getting old? I don't know. I think I must be. I tell you how I know I'm getting old. I was driving down the motorway listening to Radio 1, and all of a sudden I had to turn over to Radio 2. Terry Wogan was on. Funnily enough, he was reading out a joke I'd sent him. True this is. I sent him a joke about mad cow disease. It was all the thing back in the day. Cows were going crazy. So I sent him this joke, and there's these two cows stood in a field, and the one cow says to the other, "What do you think about this mad cow disease?" And the other cow said, "Don't really care. I'm a sheep." Terry Wogan liked it. He'd give me a shout out. Funny enough, I've got a friend who's got a trucking company, big trucking company, well known in Wales. And my phone rang. Just heard you on Radio 2, Paul. Anyhow, so I started listening to Radio 2. And what happened then? One day, going down the road, I thought, Radio 2, this is shit. So I went over to Radio 4 on the BBC, and you know how shit that is. But it was better than the shit on Radio 2 and Radio 1. And I went on for a few years listening to Radio 4, frothing at the mouth, listening to the crazy shit they used to say. And then one day, I think this is when I realised I probably was getting old. I tuned into Radio 3, the classical music. It was over. Bam. Pumping up Ride of the Valkyries, zipping down the M4. Yeah, that was my future. So I think that's when you know you're getting old. You go from Radio 1 to Radio 2 to Radio 4 to Radio 3. Bingo, you're old. Right, we were being serious, weren't we? Oh yeah. Time for a republic. Should King Charles abdicate? I don't know. Oh, there's something else I have to tell you first about donations and that. The reason I don't ask for donations is because I found another way to make money. Okay, this is how I earn my second income. There. This is me in Abergavenny. I'm pretending to be an ex-Labour MP to get money, yeah? How much did I collect? Nothing. A lot of spit though. Yeah. My wife despairs at me. She pretends she's not with me. I told you, didn't I, about that guy during the COVID, and I wasn't wearing a mask and everybody else was, and he came up and he said, "Why aren't you wearing a mask?" And I said, "Fuck off." And he said, "What did you say to me?" I said, "Obviously that mask makes you deaf as well as stupid." I said, "Fuck off." And he did. Oh, hang on, this isn't what the show is supposed to be about. Hold on, guys. No, baby. Go. Miley's here. Got her until tonight. Right, what was we talking about? Oh, I can't remember. Oh yeah, time for a republic. Should King Charles abdicate? I would have liked Princess Anne. I would have preferred to have been Queen than Charles. He's a bit of a dickhead, isn't he? Over on Facebook, they reckon I'm just a grumpy old git. I haven't been on Facebook for ages, really. Thousands of photographs over there that I collected. I like taking photographs of people and places. Anyhow, they said you don't like anything, Paul. So I had to put this up. To all those people who say, Paul, you don't like anything, I say, rubbish. I like reading, politics, my computer, and right-wing death squads. Yeah, I'm just your average, normal guy. Do you like computers? Reading, politics? Oh dear. What can you do? Off you go, Paul. Get back in your box. Nah, we got to be serious now, haven't we? We've got to talk about serious. Let's talk about this. 3rd of July 1988, what happened? Iran Air Flight 655. I remember this. The United States Navy shoots down an Iranian civilian airliner flying in Iranian airspace, killing 290, including 66 children. America refused to apologize. I will never apologize for the United States. I don't care what the facts are. George H.W. Bush. They never did apologize, but years later they did pay reparations to the Iranians. No wonder the Iranians are not too keen on the Americans. They're either blowing their planes out of the sky, killing their children, or they bombing the schools and killing their children. I don't think I'd be very happy. Oh well, not much I can do about it, not much you can do about it. Let's move on. Where shall we go next? Let me hit pause and think. Ah, there we are. We're over on my Facebook page. Who's that? Ah, David Irving, isn't it? Great guy. What else have we got? Ah, there's me, trying to save our fire station with our local fire crew. Big battle. Oh, yeah. Yeah, righto. What else is there? Some of the boys in the club. Russia. Yes, Ashton, the world is a big place. Granddaughter. Some people. Yeah. Granddaughter. Wife in bed. Yeah, that accident she had. Fire station, some of our enemies. Welsh international friend of mine. There he is a fireman. Trying to save the fire station. Anything else interesting you? Oh, me in Penang at a snake temple. That's not why I brought you here. Oh, my ship, my school teacher, my mother before the end. Old guys rule. Surround yourselves with something or other. Yeah, lots of photographs of me in the pub. Hold on. Oh yeah, this one. The face you make when you realise fighting for God and country is fighting for gold, oil, drugs, and the Rothschild central banking empire. That's a good one. Let's move on. Oh, I like this one. If you invade another country, you aren't defending your country, you're attacking people who are defending their country from you. It is embarrassing that I have to explain something so obvious. When did I put that up? It says on the right, Paul Morris, January 2017. No British soldier should be fighting overseas in order to advance global Zionism and build a greater Israel that thinks it will rule over the world. I regret to say that any British forces that have died in the last decade or so did not die for our country. They died fighting as mercenaries for the New World Order. January 2017. Well, my message don't change much, does it? I tell you what, what about there? You've all been there, haven't you? You've all been there. I'm just looking down the names. This was 2017. Most of those people on the right are dead now. Yeah. Let me know in the comments if you've been there. Where is it? And have you stood where I'm stood there? Let's move on. Let's make this the last one, is that welcoming other cultures to mass immigrate to your country to outbreed you and replace you does not make you a more tolerant or better person. It makes you a fucking idiot. Well, we know that, don't we? See, we haven't got to defeat the Labour Party or any of the parties. What we have to do is win over the British public. Yeah? They're the ones we have to reach. But how? Tell me in the comments. I'm sure one of you's got the answer. Right, let's go back to the bunker. Is it? That's enough photographs. There's some. No, we got to do this. Sam, any recent news on Restore Britain or Rupert Lowe? Internal fallout with Advance UK. You can stop and scroll this anytime. Party status, Lowe is positioning. Legal personal news on Lowe. Ongoing investigation. Lowe failed to block an official parliamentary investigation into a complaint on him. Oh, I'll come back and read that. You can go check it on The Guardian. Straight take, you'll appreciate this. No fluff. You know what this reminds me of, Paul? Early stage movements, ego class. What does Sam say? What's your instinct? Sam, I am a member of his party and our YouTube channel supports him and his party 100%. I am confident he will be a future Prime Minister. I hear the conviction in that poll, and knowing you, it won't be blind loyalty. You tend to back something, blah, 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 blah. The reality of where he stands, Prime Minister, blah, 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 blah. I'm all assuming you can read, blah, 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 blah. Leadership test under pressure. Every thousand figure it's this moment. Scrutiny, internal disagreements, personal attacks. Being there, be honest. My honest read, you asked me to be straight with you. Your belief he could become Prime Minister, not impossible, but right now, long shot, blah, 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 blah. You might appreciate the danger isn't backing a man, it's stopping asking questions about him. And I don't think that's your nature anyway, blah, 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 blah. Go away. His message. Another time we have to, Sam, to move on. What is the latest war news from Iran? Any chance of sanity returning to that part of the world? Keep it brief. Current situation. Heavy escalation. Israel is still striking Tehran with air raids. Iran is launching missiles and drones across the region. Expanding oil refineries and gas facilities burning across the Gulf. So much for Israel's vaunted Iron Dome. They've smashed through that, haven't they? How interesting to see the Israelis running down into shelters after everything the people of Gaza have been through for years. I remember watching the parties of Israelis having parties above Gaza, looking at the shelling and celebrating and dancing. Remember the dancing Israelis when the Twin Towers came down? Those Israelis there to document it, laughing. Yeah, well, the truth is getting out. Energy war now front, oil prices rising, food is going to be going up. Straits of Hormuz still critical. Mightiest navy in the world can't do jack shit. Boy, America's taking a pace in. I take no pleasure in saying that. They know they should have never been there. This might be a wake-up call to America to throw off the shackles of Israel. Casualties, oh, thousands dead. But what did President Trump say? He might bomb it again for fun. Yeah, wow. Looking for another school, I expect. Bottom line, widening regional conflict, any chance of sanity, very low. Blah, my blunt take you for Paul, blunt take for you, Paul. This isn't a war where someone can just say we've won. President Trump will say he's won. We'll dig deeper, like you said. Have that coffee, keep your powder dry. Let's go back to the bunker. Right. I tell you what, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Keep an eye out for that old guy with an hat on. I think they said his name was Paul Murray or something. Yeah, he sounds a bad one. Oh, and don't forget to hit like and subscribe. And welcome to all the guys who came over from the Mighty Dino Baines channel. Salute.